Polycarp be punished for rape, even though it was Ngozi that toasted him first? Come closer for the full gist. So now Polycarp and Ngozi, they met at the club. Ngozi went there to have some drinks, and while she was sipping her drink, Polycarp walked in with his friends. So immediately Ngozi set her eyes upon him. She was enchanted by his look, based on the fact that Polycarp ticked all Ngozi's boxes on what her ideal man should look like. Polycarp was tall, handsome, dark, beard gang, broad shoulder, and he was looking rich. So based on that, Ngozi had to make a move as a sabi girl that she is now. She walked up to him, and then they got talking, and in the process they took some shots of tequila. The moment was light, and then Ngozi started toasting him. So at some point she now whispered into his ears and was like, Polycarp, see, let's go to the restroom and take things to the next level. However, when they were going, she told him that all she wanted was to make out, because she's not the kind of girl that likes to get laid on her first night. Polycarp accepted. So they went to the restroom. When they were going on, making out and all that, Polycarp was taking it a step further. Then Ngozi told him that, Polycarp, this was not the agreement. I told you I just wanted to make out because, guy, I'm not even ready to have sex with you. I just met you. But then Polycarp refused. Like, he told her that, see, based on the fact that you were the one that toasted me, I was on my own. You came to approach me. And now that I'm all aroused, you can't even tell me to stop because, girl, I'm ready. Before Ngozi could even shout or say anything, Polycarp has already penetrated. One time, he had sex with her and he left her there. Ngozi was feeling so ashamed, so down. She didn't even know what to do. She didn't even know if she had a legal right against Polycarp, based on the fact that as the girl, she was the one that toasted him first. Now, this brings us down to sexual consent. First of all, consent is like the permission you give to a person to do something. Now, with regards to sexual consent, this is where you permit somebody to either have sex with you, make out, do whatever sexual activities with you. It's just like giving somebody your permission to do something. So now, with regards to sexual consent must be direct. It must speak to the particular act of sex, and it must be expressed. So in a situation where consent was obtained by force, threat, intimidation, or like by fraudulent misrepresentation, such consent is deemed to be invalid and the law does not recognize it. Now, another important aspect of consent is that consent can be withdrawn at any time. That is, sexual consent can be withdrawn at any time. Now, going back to the Polycarp and Ngozi's story, the first thing that Ngozi should do in such situation is to first of all go to a medical institution, to the hospital, to get a medical report that will prove forceful penetration. After that, she's to go to the police station and report the incident to the police. Now, regardless of the fact that Ngozi was the one that toasted Polycarp, it does not in any way stop her from suing Polycarp or taking actions against Polycarp, because the consent that was given by Ngozi to Polycarp was basically to make out and not for sexual purposes. Based on the fact that Polycarp overstepped his boundary, that is by having sex with Ngozi, even though the consent that was given by Ngozi was basically for making out. Irrespective of the fact that Ngozi was the one that toasted Polycarp first, Ngozi can still institute an action of rape against Polycarp, and if he is found guilty by the court of law, the punishment that will be given to Polycarp will be life imprisonment, with or without caning. Then the punishment for attempted rape will be 14 years imprisonment. So please, if you find yourself in this situation, make sure to immediately get a doctor's report and then proceed to the police station to report the issue. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found this video educative. I will see you in my next video. Bye.